Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Ultimate Kessler Wolf action figure by NECA from American Werewolf in London. In my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever made. And here's a look just at the inside flap and the inside packaging. There you go. I have been waiting for a figure of the David Kessler Werewolf from American Werewolf for like a bajillion years. Not just because of NECA, but way back in like 2007, Soda Toys unveiled their David Kessler werewolf figure. I think I even saw it at Comic-Con in 2008, and then Soda Toys stopped being. So it's been a while, and now that NECA's got it, I'm pretty happy with the results. The sculpt on the face is pretty outstanding. I'm a massive, massive fan, not just of the film, but of Rick Baker. And I think this is one of the best and most important things Rick Baker has ever done. So having it in toy form delights me to no end. And the actual sculpt on those brows, the paint on those eyes and that snarl, it's just excellent. Also the paint between like the brown part of the hair and then the grayer part of the face really, really works for me. I'm not a big articulation guy when it comes to reviews and wiggling everything, but it is worth noting that we have 4 points of articulation on each leg, the shoulder, the elbow, I guess the wrist, and then like the toe or the hand, I don't know, but there you go. And here's just a closer look at some of the little articulation spots. I have a little piece of like cardboard wedged into my joint there, that's weird. But as you're taking a closer look at this, and you can see there's a peg, if you want to use a figure stand for one of these. You can also just appreciate the sculpt of the fur up close and the amount of paint used with the lighter brown highlights over a darker brown. I like that you can kind of see the ribs here a bit, sculpted and painted in. It's really nice. There's a joint right there, like a mid-torso crunch. And then the head has 2 points of articulation. There's this joint right here, and then there's also a secondary joint that kind of you can pop up and down, so you can really get the head to pop up or bring the head down. You can kind of see, it's kind of hard to see with the light here, but this is kind of loose. There is like a more obvious neck joint there, and then this sort of hangs over it. But yeah, I appreciate that articulation. There is just but one accessory, and really, you wouldn't expect any accessories, but it does come with an alternate head, which is great because look at that sculpt, look at that huge snarl. It's great. I love the intensity of the eyes, aided by the sculpt on the eyebrows there. But the bloody teeth, the paint on there, the sculpt of the tongue, this head is just fantastic from like every angle. Swapping out the heads is relatively easy. The head pops off like with so much ease, and then the other head is a little bit tighter, but it does pop right on. Oh my god, that head looks freaking great on the figure. This will definitely be the way that I'm displaying my figure, and I do really, really like the double neck joint if you want to get the head to, you know, look up. If you want to get the figure to, like, you know, really raise up, extend the front legs up, really get it to howl. It is worth noting that my particular figure has kind of loose right shoulder and right elbow. It's constantly kind of drifting down. But really, really solid, tight elbow joint, so I should still be able to get it in some pretty good poses. Not elbow, what this little wrist joint is. And it is worth noting that also these all just hinge, but they also swivel. Even at like the kind of wrist joint there, these swivel as well, which really helps stabilize the figure, which I'll be playing with quite a bit as far as posability. But man, just look at that. As an American Werewolf fan, I'm so happy with this. Like, so freaking happy. This is going to look really, really great on the shelf. Probably right next to my Blu-ray of American Werewolf. Yeah, very, very happy. Especially the way the fur near the chest, shoulder, kind of neck area hangs down. It's just a really, really good effect, just the basic gravity of it all. It's really, really hard, I think, to sculpt not just fur or hair, but so much fur and hair when the whole character is basically hairy. But NECA has done a great job here. Really, really dig it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this. And if you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe and beware the moon.